When delegation is done right, you're able to focus on the best use of your time. Your staff grows and the firm grows in the process. So, how about I show you how to get more stuff off your plate and keep it off? Why don't we delegate? Well, it's sometimes easier to do it yourself, and it takes too much time to explain to somebody else and bring them up to speed. And after all, you can't really trust anybody else to do it up to your expectation. Except you know you need to delegate more. So, what's the key? Well, I'd like you to think of it like passing a baton in a race. And the key to passing a baton is clear transfer of a task. So there's no confusion. You can't rush it, it needs to be intentional. It's really about communication. The first step is the planning stage. You want to communicate what you want, but you also want to learn how they're going to go about it. Before you meet with someone, take some time to think it through. What would someone need to know to do this job well? Give them the background on the client or the project. What are the expectations that they have? What kind of client is this? What can you share with them to help them set up for success? So the Army has something they call the Commander's Intent, or CI, and it really is just a very direct way of explaining what the main objective is. Keep it simple in terms of what you expect from them after you've given them the information. Give them enough latitude to do it themselves. Okay, so you've done all the talking up to this point. Are you done? No, you're not done because it's a two-way conversation. What did they hear? What did they absorb? How are they going to approach it? This is your opportunity to try to get inside their head, to try to find out, one, if you've been clear, and two, how they're going to approach this. Ask them what they're going to do and observe if they've got it, if they're on the right path. What questions do they have? And think back what it was like not to know in the beginning. I mean, when you started your career, what were the things that were really important that you did not know, that you didn't want to admit? You need to get yourself into that mind frame. Before you're done with this conversation, set a check-in time. Don't wait until the last minute when it's due to see if it's on track or not. Set a specific time to check it back in with them. Put it on your calendar. Make it their responsibility, not yours. Otherwise, you're just going to be anxious and you're going to be checking with them all the time. You want to keep it in their court and have them figure it out. High-tech industry, when they're innovating, they build in these things called small failures. Small failures are an opportunity for people to have small failures along the way of figuring something out so they can come up with something that's innovative. So you've already scheduled a check-in time. Be patient with the process. Keep it in their court. If they keep coming back to you, resist the urge to bail them out and give them easy answers. Think about how you learned the most. It wasn't when someone gave you the answers, but you had to work and struggle to figure it out. When you do check in with them, start out by asking questions like, how's it going? Move on to other questions like, why that approach? Is this your best work? Challenge people to do their best work by asking them questions and keeping them accountable to the solutions rather than simply telling them what to do. Once you've checked in, you just need to learn to let them do it. After they've had an opportunity to act, you can then look at how it went. You need to be thinking of delegation as a learning process for both of you. When it's done, what did you learn about them and what did you learn about you? What will you do the next time? Did you need to back off or mentor them more? Also realize the limitations, not just your limitations of maybe being clear, but their limitations in terms of doing the work. There are some people who are better at detail than others. You'll learn this as you go along. You want to give people an opportunity, but you want to be realistic about assessing their abilities. Finally, if you're going to delegate effectively, you need to let go of perfectionism. They won't do it your way. Be open to other solutions as long as they address the commander's intent or what the client wants. So here's your challenge: take the time to set it up, be really intentional about the handoff. When you do have the check in session with them, just ask questions. And finally, keep it in their court. Let them solve it. Remember, struggling is good. Don't be so quick to bail them out and give them answers. Good luck.